get mouse. Don't try to block, cause I am the answer. You get cross. I mean, over and over, and one takes hot sauce. First name Rick, but my last name is not Ross. Nonetheless, I'm still a boss. Got connects from across. Show respect and call me house. Real G's say less. Cause you don't really know you a dead man. This is God's plan. Someone stop me. I've been sent here from Illuminati.
Time out. So is your issue with us or is it with our men? Because technically, by what you said, our men gave us permission to be on this channel.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Ralph is crazy as hell.
No, who you haven't sex with? Fake song kind of dude. Get out of here. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Boom. Welcome back. This is part three. Hopefully, the end of this debate, at least on the show, hopefully, because we about to really dig deep. We about to dive off the deep end right now. We was talking in the back, and everybody was nice to each other. Everybody was cordial. And I was playing along, but they have no idea what the questions are going to be today. They have no idea about the heat that's about to be brought today. And I'm going to apologize to you guys in advance. I'm here to rile you up. I want to see what's up. I'm not tired of talking about this, but we got to get some things established, and it's going to start today. So, welcome back to Controversially Correct, episode 3. Independent women, do they come in peace? Panel, are you with me? That sound like. Bring them in. I hope people can hear me. Look at Murdoch. I'm saying bring people in. This always a part of the show where he just gets on my nerves. You hear me over there, co-host? You hear me? Okay, you hear me. And I guess he's having a problem back there. I'm about to have you come over here and sit next to me, so you know we have two people ready. We have two people ready in the studio because he still ain't bringing nobody here, and I'm trying to figure out what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? So let me do it. Let me do that. Murdoch, do you hear me? Damn, man. Damn.
He was looking at Meek pics.
Your punk ass. Man, I'm tired of your punk ass. You know what I'm saying? Meek, it's you. He be sitting there. Hey, let me say this real quick for everybody who's just listening in the back. He was probably back there looking at you like homeboy looking at your pictures.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Chill, y'all. Chill.
Inside joke. Y'all don't know. And that's, hey, we just playing. All right. What's up? I'll start at the top. What's up, Ralph? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? All good.
He came ready for war. Look at that. He look like he about to throw something and hide his hands. What up, Chris? What up?
Man, chilling always.
I feel that. JT, what up?
What's up, man?
Are you ready? Black, ready for war. J Mac, what's up with you? What's up?
I'm great. How you doing? How y'all doing?
What's up, man?
I'm good. I think he got them blue blockers on to block the hate that he about to get. I don't know, but we'll see. Is that Keish over there? Keish, what's up? How you doing? You look beautiful. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
and Miss Meek Caption, you know, this her show as well. What's up, Meek? How you doing?
Oh, I'm ready. See, we had to bring Keisha on because Keisha's the yin to my yang. And the fellas have to get tired of getting their ass whooped 2 days in a row. So I can see that they came prepared.
Cool.
Hey,
You said what?
I need to hear a response, fellas.
Hey. I'm gonna be a little nastier tonight. I'm gonna be nice.
I'm always respectful, but
I'm gonna be a little nasty tonight.
That's
I
what
hear-
she said.
Something.
I hear a lot of self-recognition from them ladies. They be claiming stuff that don't even be theirs.
Yeah.
Like what, J-Mac?
Like them glasses?
Hey, look, when you
Figure it out. Like
see
what?
why when you
We
asking
fight
some
already,
questions tonight,
Where's your
see why
fact?
people
Where's
asking
your
questions
fact?
tonight. Just make sure we answered the question that was asked.
Where'd he go? Why he gotta bring up old stuff?
Because they
You
got
brought
their
up old
ass
stuff.
whooped. People that get their ass whooped can't leave the past in the past. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't bring up shit. So what do you think?
Ooh, hey.
Hi,
Hey.
Erica.
I get my ass whooped.
Hello.
What's
Hey,
up,
What's
Erica?
up?
We didn't say hi to you. What's up? What's up? I hope you
Hi.
came ready for the smoke.
I'm
And hope
ready.
you guys turned on your smoke alarms. Hope your smoke detectors is up, and hope them batteries ain't beeping. You know how that go. Ah,
Yeah,
look
who
at Chris.
battery
Look
is
at Chris.
beeping?
Mine's never beat.
Man, that's
Uh-huh.
mine. I ain't changed it yet.
Oh
Right.
damn.
So okay, we are here. We are here. I'm trying to let you guys know how it's going to go. We're going to have a segment of questions. The questions are going to be deep. They're going to be crazy. You're going to have a time limit to these questions, right? We are going to have a back and forth on these questions. Trust me, they're going to be questions that you guys are going to want answers for. So remember, if you want the person to answer, just get on them. But you have to wait till everybody answers the question. After everybody answers the question, if you got something you didn't like, you go at that person. The whole point of this is to really, really see at the end of this episode, do they come in peace? Are nothing to worry about, or should we just worry about them? Like, man. Mm-mm. So for me, I'm neutral until the end, but I do want to know what y'all got and how y'all feel. The question is, are y'all ready for the questions?
That's the
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the first question.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Um, this is how I want to go. I want to go male, female, male, female, male, female on the questions. The first question is for men and women. We are going to start with Erica. Why do you think men hate independent women?
Um, it sounds like because they can't control them. I mean, that's basically it. They want full control. Um, and it sounds like an independent woman with her own mind and her basically she doesn't need you, she wants you. And it seems like men have relationships and they prefer for women to need them over want them. And if a woman is independent, she doesn't have that need for you there to where she has to kind of agree when she doesn't want to.
Ooh, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. So the reason why we go male, female, so we can see because that was a good answer. So the next person got to come with a really good answer. So JT, what's your answer? Why do you think men hate independent women?
Uh, Men dislike independent women because not out of not the fact that they can't control them. It's the fact that by them being independent, they don't think team like that. I mean, I don't know if we coming from a single background, etc. So it's mostly it's a dislike. I won't say hate because I did pick an independent over the other question last week, but I think it's more like a team effort, having an understanding with each other. It's not just going to be your way; it's going to be our way and stuff like that. That's all I could respond on that right now.
Cool, cool. Miss Keish, why do you think men hate independent women?
I think because men have this uh, preconceived notion that an independent woman is something negative, and I think they play off of that. I think also bad experiences um, kind of like dip into that as well. I think that like somebody thinks independent, they think like automatically in their head they're gonna think somebody who's like, I don't fucking need you. It's just always something negative. They don't think anything positive about it. So I think that's why they automatically are like, I don't want anybody who comes off the bat and says I'm independent.
Somebody got to free up
Um,
their mic.
yeah,
Somebody got
so,
their
Yeah.
mic.
yeah,
Okay.
it sounds like someone might be breathing on their mic or something.
Chris, close your fucking nostrils. Damn.
Somebody. I'm done. I wasn't doing shit just now.
Oh, that was the
All right.
shot. Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
see. Okay, okay. We going with J Mac. J Mac, why do you think men hate independent women?
I don't think.
I think
I
it's
don't
you.
think.
I just heard a breath after that.
No, no, brother. Mine's cancel out the noise. I know who it was, but I don't want to put her and her new mic on display. Okay. I don't think men hate independent women. I think it's a challenge with the term. And I think independent women, just like somebody spoke on need and wants, I think sometimes the independent trumps the need and want era when actually women and men need each other. And when you, oh my God, y'all don't hear that background?
I hear that. Is somebody
That
whistling?
ain't me.
I'm in the den.
Oh,
I'm closed doors, everything. Amen.
somebody got it back. All right, I'll try to go through it. Because it pick up
Oh,
everything.
it's probably this. So that
Um, Okay, like I said, I don't think it's a hate. It's more of a dislike and more of a competitive thing. And I think when the term independent get put out there, or the women that seem to be independent, I think they carry that term like a S on their chest or a I or what have you, because it's like they want to put out to the universe that what they don't need, what they don't have to abide to like get along with. That noise is killing me. Abide to get along with. And I think it just get a lot more competitive in between the men and the woman. So it's not a hate for me. It's just more become more of a challenge, because I think most independent woman mindset and mentality is that proving a point that they don't need you, or they quick to put out to the world and the universe, even when you pairing together, what they really don't need or what they're not in need of, because they're fully capable of doing it for themselves.
Okay, that was a good answer. That was a good
I
answer.
like that.
And
It's
that
the
was. I
and my
mean,
bad, y'all. It's that noise. I can hear real bad.
I'm trying to. Look, I think your conscience. You know what I'm saying? Personally. Um,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I don't hear anything on my end, and I moved my mic from my thing. So
okay,
Well,
meat. Why do you think men hate independent women?
um, I think that independent woman itself has become a stereotype. And I think that a woman who has independence is not what they hate. And it's the stereotype that they actually hate, and the women that fit that stereotype. So I'm not afraid to acknowledge that there are women that use their independence to define their actual self, and that kind of falls aligned with that stereotype. And try to basically use that as an excuse to um, not have to show vulnerability, to not have to deal with partnership and all that type of stuff. So if we're talking about the stereotype, I feel like that's the reason why, and those type of women are hard to deal with, and that's just what my answer is. So
Okay, okay. Go with Chris. Chris, why do you think men hate independent women?
Um, yeah, I don't think that men hate them. I think it's kind of like Meek said, it's you know, it's the title that people want to run with, and it creates it's kind of like how they put like black people in the media, with stereotypes. And then the ones that do fall into that stereotype, it's like, damn, man, you guys get on my nerves. But it's really just a certain type of woman. And I mean, it just is what it is. A stereotype is what it is. And unfortunately, a lot of women that might not be that way get put into that category. So I don't think that it's a hate thing, but it's the representation of what independent is in the media is not a good one. So when men hear that term, automatically it's kind of like cringy, because it's like we're set up to expect some BS. Like, damn, what kind of bullshit she gonna be on with this? You know what I mean? When it's like any real dude is not gonna have a problem with a real independent woman, because an independent woman is just a responsible adult. But it's these irresponsible ones that's running around claiming these titles, yelling it from rooftops, and they got a Benz, but the check engine light been on for 12,000 miles. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, man. You're not an independent woman.
Hey, hey, that was a good answer. Okay, that was a good answer, fellas. Y'all doing great. That was good. All right. All
Not
right,
even
Big
a
Ralph.
smile.
Big Ralph. Why do you think men hate independent women?
I can speak for myself. I can't stand independent women because when I look in the mirror at certain behaviors of myself, when I look around society and all the opportunities they had to make an actual impact, you just see the product is just chaotic. They have the power, they brag about the accolades and all this shit, but there's no change. They talk independence, but they bring that independent attitude at home with their husbands, but they don't talk that shit when they go to work. You shut the fuck up for the paycheck, but you give your husband at home all that lift. So that's why I can't stand it.
Yikes. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. That round went to the Felly Fells. The fellas, because I think, see, so now y'all women know. Y'all know how Ralph is coming. Y'all know how Ralph is coming. He's not coming in peace. Take them gloves off. Take them gloves off. I want to read something from the chat. It says, I believe some of us have an ego where we want a woman to be codependent. I appreciate an independent woman because I know she'll handle shit when I'm down. I like that. Shout out to James Benitez. Shout out to
like
Paco.
that.
Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Lukey. Hey, Nikki, what's up? What's up? Shout out to y'all. And you know Mr. Rucker in the building. You know he in the building. You know he in the building. Starting trouble in the chat. All right. Question 2 is for the women only. Question 2 is for the women only. The question is, what should men love about independent women? Erica, you go first.
I think it's what the other person said. You should love independent women because of the fact that they are there to be a partner. They aren't there to put everything on you. Um, they they basically will be able to handle things when you're not able to. I mean, that's why you should love them. They're able to handle things when you're not there. And what I've learned from just working and talking to women that were older and their husband took care of everything, when he's gone, they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to they don't know how to pay a bill. They don't know where to go to pay a bill. They're extremely lost. And then what happens with men that be with women that are not independent and they take care of everything, the woman kind of just goes along with what is going on. And then once that need is no longer there, they leave you. And it happens to people all the time. They be with these men, they be rich, and they give them whatever they want, and then they leave because they were only there for that need. And once that need is met, they have no need for you anymore. So with the independent woman, you know that she is there for you and not just for the simple fact that you can just take care of her.
Okay. 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 Oh, we got a question I want to throw in there. Have we defined what an independent woman is? I think that we all have different definitions, right? Like all of us.
Right.
Could we give out some main factors that we all could agree on?
I
Like
thought that
what?
we were just going if were we just going because the last show we read it out the dictionary as to what independence was, and I
Mhm.
thought that that's what we were going to go with. But I do think that a lot of the males arguments stem from the stereotype of an independent woman and not the actual definition of what independence is.
Okay.
Correct me
So
if I'm wrong, fellas.
Okay. Well, most women today are feminists and they don't really live according to the definition of what an actual feminist was in the beginning. They just use it as a means of saying I'm sexually liberated, but feminism wasn't about that. It's saying if I do the
Yeah.
same work that you do, pay me what you get paid. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Did I get on somebody's nerves? All I'm saying is a lot of the shit y'all talking don't add up. You know what I'm saying? So excuse the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but that's an ongoing trend with people. Any period. You got people out here that say that they're political leaders and don't know what the fuck they're doing. You got
You
people
got
out here that says
mhm.
it goes on. You got people out here that say that they're missionaries, that they're pastors, that they're leading a congregation and don't know what the fuck they're doing or don't live up to what that position asked of them. So that's not just towards people. I'm not in disagreement with you, but what I'm trying to say is like that's a that's a horrible trend that's kind of going on right now, like all over the place. And a lot of these feminist, Democrat, Republican, Christian, all these labels that people want to use to define themselves. So I'm not disagreeing with you saying that that doesn't exist. I'm saying it does exist, but exists all over the place.
Well, then the question is, well, like you said about pastors and such alike, then the question is, why are they still getting rich?
So
The
what?
question is, what does it have to do with you liking independent women and feminists?
Because
Either
most
you
of
like a
the
woman that can take care of herself, whether you're there or not, or you want a dependent. It's as simple as that. Either you want someone that will always depend on you, or you're okay with a woman being able to think for herself.
well, do you have kids to not depend on you? I don't think so. The whole point of you having children is for you can instill something in them so that they can go on about their life when you're gone. It's the point of having kids. It's not just fucking and saying, "Oop, got a baby. Hey, let's have fun when you're
Again,
college, dress up
but
and all
that's
the
the
bullshit."
problem. Your woman isn't your child. We've already
Oh
surpassed that.
man, you
So
Yeah.
think
we're
you
not
think
your
that?
child. I'm not your
Well,
child.
like I use this correlation all the time. When you go your ass to work, you follow them instructions. So technically
But
speaking, you
that's
are a
but that's
child
their
to the
choice.
system.
What does one have
But
to do with the other?
Ralph, why are you acting like people who are everybody who's independent is like disrespectful off the rip?
No, okay,
Like
so
Yeah, why
I'm an
does that?
it's
independent
not
person. I'm an
everybody. It's the
independent person,
Western
but
woman.
say it
The
again.
Western woman. The Western woman. That's that's
And
that's
I'm a Western woman, and
that's
so is Meek, and so is Erica. And that just is because you can say you're an independent person doesn't mean you're negative, doesn't mean you're rude, it doesn't mean any of that. Like you're making it seem like we're supposed to automatically be aggressive and abrasive because you use the
you're
word
echoing
independent.
off
No, it
of
means I'm self-sufficient. It means I can do for myself. And it means that like if I pick a partner, like I don't
There's
need for you to
feedback.
do
Y'all
for
don't hear
There's
me.
that
I don't
feedback.
echo?
need for
I
you to do
can't
for me.
barely
You don't hear
hear
that
Wait,
But
echo?
you're
wait,
making it seem
wait.
like you can't have both,
Keish,
and you
Keish,
can.
I can't
that
hear you because you're echoing.
Keish.
You're
So,
echoing,
so
baby.
Carlos, when she's talking, you have to mute yourself or whatever.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is when you say the thing about being independent, I'm saying you're saying it automatically like the independent person is going to be negative, and you're saying Western women. I'm a Western modern woman. So is Erica. So is Meek. I don't think that any of us are being rude or negative off the bat if we say that we're an independent person. Is what I'm saying. Like you can have the best of both worlds. I don't see why you're making it seem like it's either you're this or you're that. Like you can be both. Like you can be independent
Okay.
and be submissive to your partner. Like I don't understand. When I go out in the world, I'm an independent person. I have a job, I have a career, I can take care of myself. Like why are you making it seem like if I say, "Oh my God, I'm independent, I'm self-sufficient, I can pay my own bills." Oh my God, I'm so abrasive and aggressive. Like why does it have to be that way? I don't get
Hey,
that. I'm independent and I'm married.
can let me jump in, and I don't want to change the y'all topic up, but my issue started with far as the independent woman. For instance, I think the girl from Ohio, so she not Western, she from the East Coast.
I'm not
So that's
talking
Way
that's
about
a
west.
her.
Way
Oh,
west.
okay.
oh, the Lord.
Okay. So I just want to be clear, Keisha.
Oh my
No, but my issue started when a question was proposed to us and we were asked a certain question. I just gave a legitimate answer. I never said that both of these women can be the same or they cannot be the same. As much as thought as I wanted to put into it, I just felt like I answered the question to its entirety. And most I think Meek said it that the men on here struggle with this the word or everything that what comes along with the word. And I'm like, nah, I never said any of that because we actually defined it what was independent towards the end of the show. And that's when we actually came to conclude like something where we with a similar meaning or to be able to agree upon a meaning. But throughout the original show, we was going back and forth off a question that was presented to us where it was clearly separating the two. Never asked, was it, do we agree that it could be in one person? And I think a lot of the women attack that from that angle, and I was a little confused by that.
Hey, you guys realize that
Yeah,
the
God.
question was, what do we love? What should we love about them? And you see where it went?
No, no,
You
no.
see
That
where it
wasn't
No,
went?
that wasn't a question.
that wasn't the question. The
No, this
question
was
No,
the
was,
last
can we
no.
come
episode.
to?
I'm
No, no,
I'm
no.
saying that's where we were at. I don't know
No,
how to,
right. No, no, no. But you had asked the person in the comments question and said, did we come to an agreement of the definition? And
Mhm.
all
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
said
yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
I just brought up what happened last week and we read it out the
Right.
dictionary. And all I said was, it seems as though a lot of times when I hear the men speak, it's not coming from that depth. Because if you talk about that, then I feel like a lot of you guys don't have an issue with that. Because a lot of you did say, like, a woman that can hold her own when she's outside of a relationship, I don't have an issue with that. I heard that from a lot of the men. So it doesn't seem like the actual definition in Webster is the issue. It seems to me like it's the stereotype of like that woman that use it to define who she is. That like, I'm every woman, I'm independent, I don't need you, nigga. Like that woman. That woman's the issue. So it's not the actual definition of independence. It's not a woman who actually has her own, that can be independent, by herself. It's that woman who uses independence to define her being. And I was just saying, am I right or am I wrong? Because we were talking about the definition. So that way we can kind of be on one chord as to like how to define the independence that we're talking about.
And Meek, when I said that, I was only bringing reference to you speaking on the stereotype that we struggle with, but we never came to the conclusion except for when the definition was presented to get on a common page. So you based our answers off of what was when the question was asked us before we got to that question. I mean, before we got to that definition.
Absolutely.
That's what I was pointing out.
Absolutely. Because like when if they ask you about independent or this, what are you pulling that from? And so that's where, so if it's just based off of the questions, you're pulling from something, you're pulling from some type of root. So if I'm wrong, please correct me. So because it's not when it comes down to the actual definition of that's in Webster, y'all are not talking about that. So what are y'all talking about? Because that's what we're talking about. That like women, like girls, am I wrong? Like when you talk about independent women, we're going directly from Webster Dictionary, and we're talking about a woman who has independence, a woman who is able to sustain herself independently, right? Like hold her own. That's where we're coming from. So where are you guys coming from?
They're coming.
Listen.
Stereotype.
Yeah, but they just said I was wrong. They just
like if all this stuff that y'all talking is so valid, then why are we even having this conversation in the first place? Y'all should have the shit figured out. There should be no need for
we got it figured out. It's y'all that don't have it figured out, baby.
Then why do you still have questions? What's the point?
We're not the ones that have the questions.
Okay, so then
we're trying to help y'all understand that you don't need to fear an independent woman.
It's not y'all.
That's why we're here. Not y'all. But whoever has an issue,
here.
not y'all. I apologize. But whoever doesn't understand that, they asked us about independent women, so we letting you know. Don't nobody have no issue about that. Nobody has an issue about it.
Hey,
why do you have one? Because you're the only one, Ralph, that said that men hate independent women. Why I hate independent women when the rest of them said I don't think so.
How about this, Ralph? What when you say independent woman, what is the definition of an independent woman? Because you were the one that were very like blatant about like I hate them. So for you to hate them, you have to have a good understanding as to what they are. So what are they?
So remember the conversation we had before we started. I talked about the ghetto gaggers thing. That's one example. Every modern day women today, okay, what is this expectation that you have of a lot of men that was raised in these broken homes that come from independent women? You're expecting so much from something that you didn't put no work behind. Like you expecting Peter Parker, example, you expecting that motherfucker to still be Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2, he had exhausted himself. You know what I'm saying? He was just tiring himself out trying to be there for all these people that really didn't fucking need him. They got it all figured out. Society's gonna take care of it. No, motherfuckers get tired. Like, where is our rest? We don't get that rest. We don't get that recuperation. We get, well, you got to live up to my expectation or you still ain't shit. You gotta be this or according to my definition. Just like she just said, don't tell me as a man how the fuck I need to talk to you if that's just who I am. Like, y'all try to redefine masculinity according to what makes your pussy wet. I'm not here to make you wet. I'm here to make you think. I'm here to share my life experience with you. A man today can't teach a woman
it's all about you
because she knows too much. She has too much experience. Hold on, let me finish real quick. Women today have too many miles on them. And like a brother said before, you're like a used car trying to resell yourself as brand new. I can't do shit with you. And you're trying to tell me I need to work with that shit. You better be grateful I even bought your ass. And what I mean by bought is like, I'm giving the time to talk.
Who you been dating, Ralph?
I don't date. I either fuck with you or I don't. Dating is.
But this what I don't get. If you want so much rest, and why wouldn't you want an independent woman that can think?
Let's cuss it, man. Just use.
I'm not gonna not cuss. This is how.
But there's not somebody else's platform, man. You gotta respect the platform.
I don't have a. Just so you know, I want Ralph. I want you in your rawest form. I
Okay,
don't want you to
thank
say,
you.
because
Come on,
like,
man.
because just like, no, because, and the reason why I say this, because it's just as important. And I feel like because we're talking about this type of situation, we're talking about people being together, like we not gonna ever get down to a good solution if we constantly are censoring each other. You know what I mean? So it's like I like just like Tawana said on the other show, like your perspective is just as important as anybody else's. So honestly, I want you in your rawest form. Period. I don't take it.
All
You know what I
all
mean?
I'm doing is
Personally.
just having that conversation that I should have had. So it's gonna come off nasty. I never said I was a professional, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah. No, and it's gonna and
am I
watch. It's gonna
Johnny?
be times. It's gonna be times where I'm gonna be
Am I
coming
I
off
can
Johnny?
hear you,
left too.
CYP.
So it's
I
like,
can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. This how it works, right? We
Oh
all are
God.
different. We all are different, and I
Agreed.
like all
Very.
of you for who you are. Sometimes the dude who says, "Hey, could you guys calm down?" He means it just as much as the dude who says, "Hey, sit your ass down." They're both saying the same thing. I just don't want it to be a direct curse word name calling, right? Fuck
yeah.
shit, these stupid all that shit cool with me. But don't call them bitches. You know what I'm saying? Don't call them bitch ass niggas. Don't do that. Because then it's gonna have a problem. And,
Becomes
and I
personal.
protect my women here. I protect my women here. So ain't none of them gonna be called no names. And my wife is on here. So that definitely ain't happening. And I'm a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to remain nice. Okay. But we do like Ralph in his rare form. But Chris wasn't trying to check him. He just knows him personally. That's all. He
No,
just knows
I
him
know,
personally.
no,
And for
and
the
that's the reason
record,
why me as a
hey,
woman, but that's the reason why me as a woman, I'm speaking up and saying how important, you know what I mean, his
Oh
perspective
yeah.
is.
hey, and for the record, I'm a nice guy as well. CYP knows that. Nah, but I definitely want to keep it respectful between you ladies. I think the topic could get heated, but we still can keep it respectful. We should never cross the lines. I can't tell Ralph how to be Ralph. I do think he could clean it up, but that's just my opinion. He stated,
Hey,
CYP stated, but that's just all cool too.
I'm a scarred man. I was never meant to be clean about this
Listen,
shit. You
listen, listen,
understand?
Hey,
listen, Ralph. You don't have to explain anything because
is everybody good?
passive aggression is still a form of aggression. So sometimes people get caught up in how it's delivered, but honestly, it's just about what the message clearly is.
Okay, question. Is everybody good with Ralph cussing? If you good with Ralph cussing, put
I'm
your hands
okay
up.
with it. I mean,
I'm good. I'm
as long
good.
as it's not direct. I mean, it's good.
I'm cool. You do your thing, man. Like we trust me, you the
Hey,
one. You the one.
I'm the immature one of the bunch. I'll hold that. That's on my jacket. I never said nothing about being mature about like to anybody's level. I'm just here to share my opinion because I was asked.
Can I
Okay,
say
look,
something?
I got a question. I gotta ask. It's gonna take a yes or no, then we're gonna get right back to it. The question is, for the first round of questions, do they come in peace? I gotta ask everybody a yes or no. Because after every segment, we asking the same question to see how far we're getting. Erica, do independent women come in peace? Yes or no?
Yes. Until you
Great.
meet
GT,
Ralph.
do independent women come in peace?
Uh, no.
Meek, do independent women come in peace?
Yeah.
Please, do independent women come in peace?
Yes.
Chris, do independent women come in peace?
Sometimes.
J Mac, do independent women come in peace?
That was a yes or no. I
I
could have
can't give
said
a I can't
sometimes too.
I
I
yeah, I
could have
can't
said
give a
sometimes
direct
too.
yes or no, man.
Right.
Okay. Oh my God, this is a whole question. I'm struggling over here. It depends on the
Hey,
woman.
this ain't
Uh,
gonna be the first time you answer. You're gonna get this question
I
about 3 times. It's the first
okay.
round.
I'll say this for the record of the show. I think the women on here come in peace, but the term is a struggle in its nature. So no, I think most independent women come with the shits. I'm be honest.
And Ralph, we have to ask you, do independent women come in peace?
Hell no.
Fuck no. Okay.
Fuck no.
Hell nah. You already affected my mind with that shit. I'm an independent woman. Okay. Goddamn, man. I just said hello. Thank you. Tell me how fucking strong you are.
You know what?
Hell,
I feel
it's
I
been
mean,
sorry.
like 2 and
I
a
feel
half
has
seconds
sorry.
I've
anybody
been
on here
strong.
actually experienced this, or are y'all just going off of what y'all think women do?
You really
Have you
think a
experienced
personality
this?
that mine is
You
somebody
don't
that's
think,
just
be honest,
repeating what
you
I've
don't think
seen?
we
I think
experienced
it's too
this
much
based
shit.
on our life? I mean, I'm old enough to experience. I've been in a
Yeah,
few
I'm sure. I just want to
relationships.
know. I just want to
Yeah,
know.
so you
Like, is this some
like
of this
for the
off of actual experience or what you've
oh,
seen with other
I
people?
speak off of experience because I battle with both of them. Like the question that was asked last Wednesday from CYP, I had
Mhm.
experience with both of them, so that's why I made my decision. I'd rather deal with the independent woman, but it's just not easy as well when you first get with somebody if they're used
Now,
to operating certain things their way.
mhm. Now I
To
have a
answer,
question. I
okay.
just want to ask. I just want to ask this: if you think if someone isn't dependent, I mean, someone isn't independent, and they're looking for someone to help advance their life, and they meet them, and from what y'all
Right?
saying, it's like, hey, I'm gonna take care of you. You just need to be submissive. You need to learn and listen
No,
and do
I'm
what
not
I
saying
say.
it. I didn't say that. I
Not you,
mean,
baby. You didn't say that.
okay,
This is just kind of like collective different things that I'm getting from everybody. You want a woman that listens, you want a woman that's not yelling at, and I get all of that. Like I do get that sometimes being independent and always being the one taking care of yourself, it is hard to just alter your life just because someone says so. It's like you have to kind of do something and bring something to me opposed to just being the man and you're here. For me, being
Uh,
independent
be-
I
for me.
think
can
can
we
I say
can
this?
wait?
Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Can I
But
say
I'm just
So
saying for
because
somebody
no,
that's
me too.
dependent, go ahead. Go ahead.
you open up a floodgate, and I think it's important. So like
Mhm.
Ralph, you said that you're scarred. I can't remember the word verbatim, but I think this is important because a lot of times the independence is not because we women wake up and say, you know what, today I'm just gonna do my own shit. No, it's because of a lot of put downs, let downs, and like having to figure
Mhm.
it out, having
From
to
their
grind,
past though, from their
not
past.
having. Exactly, but it's from constant. It's not just like one situation, two situations. It's constant of people not showing up and not having that tribe there, not having that sense of community there. So then you learn to just depend on yourself. So she's not. I think you're absolutely right. Like you got onto something where it's like, so when you find a man that like comes in and he's not like the rest, it's gonna take some time to like shake that other shit off because it's like this is what I've been doing for the
Mhm.
past what 10, 15, 20 years,
Right.
by myself. So
But
to just
me,
think
can
that
Absolutely.
I?
I'm gonna just hand this over and just trust, no, I haven't. No, people been letting me down for so long. So
But
it
let me
comes
let
from
me
I can say
say let
habit.
me
It
something.
say
comes from
this.
habit.
But let me
Hold
say
on.
this though. If you can identify that he's different from the rest, then I
Right.
don't think that it should
Habit.
be so hard to make that
It's habit.
transition if he's
But
No,
it
different
is.
though.
no, it is because
No.
it's as
Can
simple
I?
as it's as simple as someone being wanting to like get slim and trim in the gym, right? It might seem simple. So for some, it's simple. Some and this is what I'm saying. You do have these men. I mean, you do have these women that they don't have that issue, but you do have when it comes down to habit. Studies show that it takes how long to like basically recreate a new habit. It's not just by
14
day.
days.
Thank
14
you.
days.
Hey,
It's just
um,
not. It's not. It's just not. It's not like overnight. So like if just because I meet you and I identify it doesn't mean that it automatically goes in. Okay, he's different. I can do this. No, it doesn't work that way.
So
Especially
Right.
to
if you've
Let
me,
me
been
say
what
practicing that for
this.
but that
15
sounds
years.
like then it's a choice to choose the wrong thing. If you think about it,
right.
because now it's different if you don't know how to identify the difference in the men. But if you can identify it and you still say, well, it's hard. I'd rather be in misery than happiness. You get what I'm saying?
We
If
didn't
you
say
can
No,
anything.
that's not
identify
what I'm
it,
It's not
saying. That
misery. It's
No. Can I
safety.
say
It's
something?
peace. It's
it's a
protection.
safety. It's safety, and
Yeah,
a
independence is
lot of y'all think
protection.
like just because you coming in with a job, some dick, and with in a house
That's
that
not true though,
equals
Meek. That's
stop. I'm
not
not
true.
done. I'm not finished. That it equates to safety, and it doesn't. So like
Mhm.
safety is also in the aura that you carry. So you can sit up here and have a comforting home, and I did this, I provided, but did you make her feel safe?
Yep. And she still
Did
leaves.
you make her feel
All
safe?
right. How can we get to the home and doing all this? Because you gotta date a person first. And this is my thing. If you chose to start dating this person, I understand the first date. Yeah, you got your guard up. You don't know the person and stuff like that. But if you decide to get in a relationship with this person, you gotta have it in your mind. You gotta be more open minded to like, hey, this is not like my last relationship. I gotta give this guy, I gotta give this woman a chance because it works on both hands. because
It
men do
absolutely
certain
does.
things as well as women do from their past relationship. So if I'm dating somebody, all right, the first day we tight on each other, the walls are up and everything and stuff like that. But then if I keep continuing going out seeing this person, I have to be open minded to two different things. This is a new person. I can't go back off of my past. So
I
before we get to the point about having a house and cars and stuff like that, taking care of each other, we start dating each other first, and that's where we got to have this understanding and have this open hand of a trust. I would say kind of like a trust, because this is if this is something different and you open minded up to it, you should be open up to new things.
Let me
So,
say
so
this.
are
Can I
you?
say
Do you
this?
think it's fair to say that men, women? This is the question to the women. Women, how many times have y'all dealt with someone and you know, like men have their guards up? Men are guarded as
Yep.
hell. They're
Yep.
they're y'all got walls, rock
Yep.
wallers, fucking
We don't
barbed
trust
wire fence.
Oh
y'all.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You could be with
men
a
are
man for a minute
guarded.
before it
You
really
can
the
be with
love really
you.
kicks in.
Yo, you could be
Yeah.
with that man for like 2 years, three
Yeah.
years, and you still trying to bring that wall down. So when
But
you
why
talk
Hey,
why
about
would you stay
guarding,
that long?
and
Man,
can I
look,
good
that
question. It's a
can
you
good
know what
can
though?
I
question.
say
Good
Hell no.
question.
I
can I
know
say
To
all
something real
answer
quick?
his
I know
question though,
all
I
the
just want to
dudes that
say,
don't have that wall up and the girl left his ass because the moment that dude shows some vulnerability, you look at him like he's weak. You start
Hey,
walking all over the dude like he's a joke. So don't talk all that nonsense
Mm-hmm.
like the walls, the
you can
walls, the
still
walls.
be
Let's
Mm-mm.
vulnerable
just
hey,
keep it
without
hey,
100.
being
No,
weak.
females don't respect
No,
vulnerable men.
We
When a
no,
like
man is
no.
vulnerable, we
vulnerable,
don't like
because that's
weak.
okay. This is the point I'm trying to make. Y'all expect a man to be perfect, forgetting the fact that maybe not perfect, but you expect him to have all this shit together and this and that, forgetting that he has a past himself. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
choose the life he had to grow up into. He didn't choose the people that were examples in his life that misled him. And he had to work through
But
that shit. So
but Ralph,
people are in a constant state of rehabilitation. A lot of people are not over those past traumas.
then
And they're
why
still
don't you
trying to
feel that way
connect with
about the
people. And
women?
God
I'm
damn it, I'm
sorry.
trying to finish my point, woman.
Go
Okay?
It's
ahead,
a
but
difference
I'm just
between
I just
vulnerable
want to
and
say
weak.
how come you don't feel that same way about women? Women have
What
their
do you
own
mean?
traumas.
I
Just to
do feel
answer
that
his
way, but when
question,
you give that
how do
energy to
how
women,
do
Wait,
you
wait,
get
wait,
to
wait,
they
that
wait.
point?
Let him
At a
answer.
time,
Let
Every
him
one at a
woman
answer.
time.
has
Let
different
him
levels of
answer.
trauma.
You asked him a
His
question. Please let
questions,
him
his
answer.
answers is too long. Go ahead.
Ralph,
that's
It's
the fucking
important.
problem I be talking
Ralph,
about.
Ralph.
But
Like,
No,
how
it's
you
just
gonna sit here?
men
Okay,
like
wait,
you.
stop
Men
doing
like
that,
you are
no,
the
woman.
please,
reason why
please,
women are
please.
Really,
You
independent,
woman.
asked.
Nah,
so they
nah,
won't
you're
have to
not
be
Really,
you're not
stuck
dog.
with
having
your
that.
ass.
We're not having
Yes,
No,
that.
no,
you.
no, no.
Nah,
Stop.
we're
We
not
are
You
having
asked
having
him
that.
a
that.
question.
With
Listen,
men,
if we're
that
gonna
women
ask,
want to be independent, so when they meet a Ralph, they can get the fuck out of there, and they don't have to
listen.
stay
No, stop,
home, and they don't
The
stop.
have to
problem
That's
deal
is,
not
with.
fair.
hey,
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 That's not fair. That's not
I'm a
fair.
unleash him. I'm
Hey,
a unleash him.
That's
where,
not
Hey,
where
can
she
fair.
I
go?
let me get in?
That's
Let me
not.
get in. Let me get
Listen,
in. Let me get
listen.
in.
That's not fair. If we're gonna pose a question to the floor, please let's just have the decency
Don't
to
no
allow those people to
don't
answer
get
those
Hold
personal
on,
questions.
though,
bring
I
man.
her
agree.
back.
Right. Let
I
me get
agree.
back in here. Can I get in, please? I
Hey,
want to
do
answer.
y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we hear
Okay,
you.
Yeah,
you.
you said bring her back. We hear you,
Yeah.
CYB.
Hey, I,
Uh,
I, I ain't bring him
okay.
up. I ain't look. I know that shit look perfect. She got to. Yeah, I'm about to say. Did nobody take
Hey,
her off because of that? Like, nah. I just
let
want people
me
to know that. I
let me
don't
get
mind
in.
that. I don't mind y'all keeping it real. Go ahead.
All right, let me
Listen,
get in.
if
I definitely agree with Meek with definitely answering the questions. It could be very challenging. We got multiple people on here and you're trying to share your opinion and we should hear each other a lot better too. Erica asks, are we speaking from experience? Definitely. I'm 35 years old. I didn't definitely dealt with enough women to have my opinion and a strong opinion or my stance on it. To defend what I said that independent women come with the shits, meaning most of the time I think they wear that title almost like how Alpha Man wears that title. And I think they almost try to put it on Front Street when they struggle and they have layers as well. I heard on speaking on relationships and what have you, everybody got layers. We as human beings we struggle with emotions. And as long as you got emotions tied to how you operate and think, you're gonna always have your setbacks, you're gonna always have your walls up, and you're gonna always have a way you think about, see, feel, and how you receive things. And I think sometimes due to experience of trauma or bad relationships or just you didn't ran into this dude or he didn't ran into this girl. And sometimes when we come together, we naturally have our water by design. And I think women sometimes don't even realize how many walls and layers they have up as well while they sit up here trying to pace and decide when we get our stuff together or we present the what they want. And I think sometimes we should open up and definitely open up our minds to receive each other and get a
Gotta
great
be
feel for
vulnerable.
one another. Get a great feel for one another so we can evolve in steps and levels of relationships, friendships, communications, and just build from there. But as long as you have a wall up and I have a wall up, as long as you have a feeling or what you feel and you react and emotionally react to everything I do, or I pass off like this type of dude in the past and what have you, you won't ever get nowhere. And so, like I said, it's more than that. And we both definitely can't talk about who have layers and walls up because, like,
But that
as long as human beings struggle with emotions, we both will struggle with layers
With
and wall
it's
up.
like scar tissue. It's scar tissue. That's basically
Hey,
what it
okay.
is.
I
So
want I want to
I
jump
think
in real quick
I felt
because
this.
sorry, mate. I want to jump in because I want to go one on one with you, Erica, because I'm noticing a lot of disrespect. You know what I mean? And a lot of breathing when people talking. So I want to know who you are because you don't know my brother. And then on this platform, when J Mac talking, you huffing and puffing. What's all that about? Because we
Well,
can we can go one on one with
okay.
facts
Okay.
right now.
So if you hear me breathing, that's just how I express myself. So there's no disrespect towards that. But what I find interesting is that when I want to talk, I get cut off a lot. But when I'm telling what I need is everybody's interjection, and I let them do that. But then when I say a couple of things, I just asked a question, and he went upset, and I did interrupt you. I said, "How come you don't feel that way? You want us to respect everything that y'all go through, and it's like, well, how come you don't feel that way about us?" That's all
No,
that I
but
was saying. I wasn't
but
trying to
it's
be
fine.
rude,
It's
and I
fine
understand.
to say and ask
But why is
questions,
it
but
that
when
he
you
can
do
cuss?
personal attack, you see what you're doing? Like this not your show.
Wait.
And
Stop. Because now,
Carlos tried
because
to
Chris.
interject so many times and y'all
Well,
overtalk him.
But
well,
Chris, now
I
you're
don't.
doing the very thing that you are coming like that you're basically like it's becoming like personal shots at each person.
No,
And I
I'm
feel like
asking
He
questions
asked for a
to
I
what
know
one
makes
one.
her feel
I
like
get it.
she can do that.
Right,
All right, but
but
look
but
though.
in actuality though, if I'm
Because
keeping
you
it
have a
real,
hostile. Go ahead.
listen, I'm
He's
sorry, but
talking to
like
me.
I get that, but what I'm trying to say is I feel like we're kind of getting deterred off of what the whole segment of the show is trying to get down to, and like it's becoming very personal. And if I'm being honest, we all do it to each other. Like when we hear something that we don't like each other doing, people shaking their head, people that you got body language, so it's not just Erica that's doing it.
I don't
And
do
I
that to
feel
nobody. I
that's
respect
you, Chris.
everybody else, but
But
that's
I
why
can't
I'm
breathe.
That's
But he
speaking.
can
you.
cuss at us
Listen,
But
to
that's
show his
you.
raw
the
emotions.
point
Hey,
is
y'all
we
asked
having
if I'm good.
dialogue. You
No,
personally attacked them. You don't
I
even
don't
know
think
him.
he never cussed at y'all
I was just
directly. He
giving you
said
an
cuss
example of
words.
why
No,
women
you
choose to be
said men like
independent.
him. You don't even know him though.
Yeah. Well,
You
men
Hey,
like
don't,
hey,
him
but
that
you
have
don't
at
that
the
know
end of
him.
the day,
opinion.
though, at
I
the end
know
of the
his
day, look,
opinion.
I appreciate it, but I got that, Chris. Okay, Erica. So you took my opinion as a personal attack. It's not the
No,
case.
I
It's
didn't.
my
I didn't
opinion,
take it as a
and it's
personal
based upon
attack
my experience.
at
Because at the
all.
end of the, oh my bad. At the end of the day, the whole comment section on your side. Hey,
I
like I
didn't take it
said,
as a personal attack.
I'm just
I
saying
just
though, I
go
express
ahead.
vulnerability and I get ridiculed, but that's something that I choose to do because I can deal with it. You say
You
that I don't care about like what y'all we do care. Y'all don't care that we it feels like y'all don't care that we care. You ask for our opinion, we give it. Well, that's not what I want to hear. That's how it feels. We get tired of
So
that shit. I mean, okay,
so
we get tired of that stuff. I apologize.
No, so
So
listen, so like
mm,
so Ralph, you said this before the show started that like if you put something out there, you can't be shocked when you get something and you know and receive something back, right?
right,
Right?
right.
So to Chris, when he's out here and he's saying y'all women and y'all, it's just as direct as her saying men like you. There's no difference in those two. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to make it where it's like as though Erica's the only person. I don't want it to be like a gang up on Erica because we all kind of exemplify those type of things. Maybe not you,
I was. I
but
was.
Thank you. And it was kind of like a going back and forth. And all I'm saying is like, instead of I see that people get heated because like we care about our thoughts and how we feel. But that was an important question. That was a very important question where it's like sometimes the way it comes off, Ralph, is that you have such empathy from the male's perspective, but when it comes down to the female perspective, that like yes, you say you care, but it doesn't project as such. And I thought that was very important, to talk about, like, instead of, the.
Can I elaborate off of that then?
Hold on, real quick. We got a Cash App question. We got a Cash App question from James Benitez. It says, "Are men really scared of women who don't need them?" I mean, I know that's got to be a good question. Like, are we scared? I'm a man too. Shit, I'm a man too. Are we scared of women not needing us? Be honest.
I am.
He keeping it real.
Because
how you feel about that?
I don't see a point of even dealing with a woman that tells you she don't need you. Like, I would think if you in a relationship with somebody, or you want to be in a relationship with somebody, you both want each other and will need each other. That's how I look at it. So if a woman, I just can't even see a woman saying something like that to me.
Facts.
It depends though.
Saying
like,
I don't need you? Saying I don't need you?
Yeah.
No, it depends though. Like, if we in a hot topic and the woman come up and say I don't need you, but I want you, it's a difference. Now, if a woman just came out and say I don't need you and just leave it there, you be like, what was like?
That's what I'm
why
saying.
I'm
I
here?
can't
Why
even
we
see
here?
how.
Yeah,
How
abandon
that would
shit.
even
So
be a conversation.
if a woman say I don't need you, but I want you, and she specifies that, that's a difference, and that's you should be able to understand it.
I
There shouldn't be
took the
no argument
So
question.
does
going
she
back
have
and forth
to? So
after
does
that.
she
I
have to
took
verbally say that? Does she have to verbally say like
Yes.
that like I don't
Yes,
need you, but I
because to
want
Yes.
you?
men respond on verbally. Like y'all might respond more on emotions, on actions and stuff. Men verbally have to hear a woman say stuff like that. Because if
Yes.
you notice, it's different. A woman can break down a man verbally and as well. So a woman has to respond verbally to their man. I agree with that.
Hey, I took the question. Well, he asking like as a whole, like if women don't need men in general, or it's just because you can always bounce to the next one. If that woman doesn't fit the criteria, you can move on and go to the next one. So I'm a little few confused by James' question, but I'll answer to my understanding. If somebody don't need me, I'll just move on and pursue someone else.
So
Facts.
it's important. It's important for them to need you for you
Mhm.
to be in a relationship.
No, hold on. Let's no
Nope.
no 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 no. When
That's why I asked the
not
question.
need me. See. Okay,
That's what
this
he
what I
asked. That's what
It's
he
like
asked.
y'all
no
both
That's what he
Yeah.
asked.
poking.
no
It's
no no
That
no
was
poking.
no
the
no no.
question. That was
Hold
You
the
on.
can't
Let
look
me
at
let
the
me
question
explain.
as a
Let me
positive question.
explain. Hold on. When the question need, I don't think like you need me like you need
Water.
for me to feed you or water or you need air to survive. I didn't take it that way. When I say need me, like a woman should need a man. It's an existential need. Like you need a man and a woman needs a woman. Like it's a need. It's not no want. When I
Right.
say what a want is a preference, now you can preference and prefer a certain type of man, but see, when we go back to the independent term that we struggle with, I think women tend to, it's like I want to say
They
this.
don't know what they want.
They
Say it right now.
it's I like when you saying need. Now, I don't think nobody like I'm not saying need me like you need air and water to survive. I'm saying need me like you need this man to be what he needs to be for you, or he
Right.
needs to be
so.
together and want to have that unity together. Like don't get
But
caught up on the word
when I
need.
say no, well, don't get caught. Well, that's what the word means. So my thing is, it's like it's
Oh,
not the thing
okay.
about a man and like like a male figure. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about specifically you. Like J Mac, I don't need you. Like I choose you, but I don't need you. So
Right, but
that's
when
what I'm saying.
Whose
Like I can
character
me
you
go.
need?
when I answered the question and say need me, I wasn't thinking about need me like you
But that's
need
what
to
the
be with
question
me.
was, and see, and you were going back. And you that's what
No,
the
but
man said. Do a man like do you like how y'all feel about a
he
woman
didn't
not needing
specify
you?
what
Like,
need mean though.
oh
Meek,
my
he didn't
god,
Right.
specify what it
oh
means.
my,
Hold
that's what
on.
he meant.
Cause
Hey.
Listen,
Need.
Hold on, real quick.
Oh
When
my
he
god.
asked the question, because we all are familiar with the question, right? We're familiar because we've heard it before. we've heard independent women or feminists, whatever you want to call them. I don't
Say,
need a
I
man.
don't
I don't need a
need you.
man. That's where the question comes from. So don't act like we don't know what he meant when he asked that question.
No, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. No, that's I don't need
She's
a man.
moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
That's what
I'm
it sounds
saying
like.
that
Too many
that's
feelings.
it. That's I meant exactly what the man said. I know exactly what you guys are talking about. So when he said that, I'm saying like, so it's a need, right? Like when women say I don't need a man, I don't need a man. That's where they're coming from. I'm a woman. Shit, I've said that shit in the past, so I know exactly where a woman is coming from when she says that. So I know
Let me ask you
exactly the
this:
context of the question.
when you said that to
There's
the
a
man,
difference.
did you
Yeah.
have any respect to that man that you were dating? That you said that
Absolutely
to?
not.
Bingo.
Boom, there you go. Yep.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
That's an
It's a
insult.
difference. It's a difference with saying I don't need a man because that's how you saying that to your girlfriend. But then you tell a man I don't need you, and you leave it there. Like you don't just leave it there. Tell me I don't need you.
Right.
Like, well, why we here?
Nah, but what she said was what I was thinking exactly. Like, if the woman, that's why I said what I said. I would never, like, why would a woman tell me I don't need you and me deal with her? It's not a
Right.
fact of me wanting you to
Right.
need me, but like Meek just said,
Exactly.
if a woman says that to you, she don't have no respect
No
for you. She
respect.
might want to
Right.
Exactly.
smash you, which is cool, but she don't. No woman is gonna say that to a man that has any respect for him.
Exactly.
That's what I
She can
meant
just say
too.
no, thank you.
That's what I meant, Chris. When I answered it, that's what I meant. It wasn't like it's not like Meek takes the word like you gotta crawl and lay down and let him walk over your back. Like I'm not meaning it like that. I meant I meant no, I meant
Hey, Erica, my bad. Please understand, this is my little brother, and I know he's working through some stuff, and I've been his protector all my life. So my apologies.
It's okay. I wasn't trying to be rude either. I just figured, I was just giving some emotion, but I wasn't trying to be rude. I really just want he he seems like he's mad at a certain type of woman, and those women do exist, and
Yeah.
women do use men or they belittle them. They I understand exactly what they do, and you do have to be very careful about the things that you say to men. I do know that you have to be encouraging, even if they didn't do everything, but they need positive encouragement. A
Yeah.
friend told me that sometimes women give up too easily and they don't learn
Yep.
how to manage their men. So they make a mistake or they don't do
Manage.
something. That's the term he used. So I guess what I got from it was that if somebody makes a mistake, okay, you made a mistake, or then we can fix it, or not we can fix it, but if you got somebody that does something maybe you don't care for, instead of just dropping them, you know what I mean? Teach them and show them this is how it needs
All
Teach.
to be
right.
done. If
Hold
you
on.
won't continue with me, I guess that was the
All
term
right.
that he used, was just manage. But I understand, so I wasn't trying to be rude or anything like that. So,
All right.
but
Listen.
Fragile.
Can everybody hear
Yes,
me?
love.
yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right. Good. All right. That's what we're doing. We're gonna ask the question one more time. Then we're moving on to the second round. Second
Okay.
round, it gets a little more deeper in the second round, but we got to ask the question again because I'm keeping score over here. And shout out to Mike on Sports for stopping through in the chat, man. I appreciate you. Subscribe to his channel. That's Mike on Sports. Okay, now I got keeping score. We just had another dialogue between men and women. We had a dialogue. There might be some minds changed, may not be some minds changed, but we want to know. Second round, I want to know, Erica, do you still keep your same answer? Do independent women come in peace?
yes,
Meek,
Yeah. Yes.
Ish,
Yes.
JT.
Can I answer sometimes, or I gotta answer yes or
No.
no?
Sometimes good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Oh,
All
I
right,
wouldn't
Mr.
change
Rucker.
mine to sometimes.
Oh, you want to say sometimes
right.
too?
Yeah.
Who else? All right, take that away. Go two sometimes. Mr. Rucker, what you got?
No.
Chris, what you got?
Sometimes.
J Mac, what you got?
When they respect you.
So
Ooh,
what is
that's a
that,
good
man? What is that, man?
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one. That's a
Sounds
good
It
good.
is a
one.
good one though.
That's a
But
good
what?
one.
But what? Hey, stop encouraging this bullshit. Stop encouraging me.
Hey, J Mac coming with the little shanks tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, no, sometimes, man. Which one?
Oh,
J Mac.
Some, I would say sometimes.
All right, cool. Who did not go to?
We
Who
hear
did
the
not go?
echo.
Oh, you know that. Ralph.
no.
We expected that
Okay,
one.
Yeah.
okay. We swaying. We got one person to go from no. We moving. We got one person to go from no. One person. So we moving on. Moving on. Round two. Round two. This is for both. For both. Try to keep your answers to under a minute. How has being independent hurt women in dating? How has being independent hurt women in dating? This is a good question for both because both know. Y'all both got answers. Don't play like you don't know. Y'all don't know. Bring the panel back up. I want to go with Erica first. Try to keep answers under a minute. What has being independent done bad? Does she? Where she go? Well, let's go with Keish. Has what has it done to hurt women in dating?
I think that, like how we talked before, like women who weaponize it and take it and use it as a negative thing that's hurt people, because now you have men who are leery of women and wanting to date them if they even bring up that term, or if they even get a hint that they're an independent woman, because they have created this thing in their mind of what it's going to be like. And I think that some women who do weaponize it um, take it, like me and Meek were talking about this, and I was saying some women who say they're independent and like wear it on their chest, like J Max said, will think because they do masculine things that they're male, or they have to like take on this male persona when you don't. Like independence is just about being able to do for yourself, and it doesn't mean anything beyond that. And I think that sometimes women get confused, and because I'm doing manly things and taking care of the house and I'm doing all of these things, that now all of a sudden I have to be like this, have this male kind of energy, and you don't. So I think that's what hurts some women, not saying all, some women is when it comes to relationships, and just with men, that they have like this already negative connotation of what Ethan mute yourself.
Because it's over a minute. That's why I
You're
did
a
that.
hater for real. I just want everybody to know he's a real hater in life.
You was going over your damn minute. That. All right. Yeah, but I love you. I love you. All right. Next up. Hey, we're going to J Mac, but keep it under a minute, man, and answer the damn question. How has it hurt women in dating? How has being independent hurt women in dating?
I think because they take on that, like I told you, they wear it on their shoulder, they wear it on their forehead, they wear it on whatever items they wear and possess. It's almost like a claim to fame nowadays. Like I'm independent, I'm independent. Um, I think when they're trying to present that more of an image or try to prove it, I think it can get in the way of just things naturally happen. I think I forgot the question. Somebody said, oh, somebody said in the chat, women, independent women sometimes don't let men lead in chivalry, I believe. Um,
Mm.
and sometimes I think it's almost like it's like almost like you put a mask on, and when you wear it and you hide every hurt, every tear, every cry, and you wear that mask out in the world and present yourself as an independent person, and they actually get behind that word and use it incorrectly. So yes, it definitely does. And I did want to add one more thing. What's the most submissive word a woman can tell a man? It's a four-letter word.
Love.
What's the word, fool?
Need. I need you. Like that's the most submissive thing you could ever tell a man. Like a man could tell that to a woman, his wife, his girl, I need you. And I think the word need is being abused clearly by somebody on this panel.
Hey,
Shots.
I don't do subliminal, so you can take those
Shots,
glasses off
shots
and
been
do
dropped.
it with Eden.
All right.
Shots.
Erica, how has being independent hurt women in dating, if all?
Um, I agree with what everything that everybody else is saying. Just as far as it becomes hard to be submissive. You do take on everything. Sometimes women that, from what I noticed, when they are very strong and dominant and kind of pushy, they kind of end up getting weak men. They don't really have strong men in their lives because they're the
Mm.
ones running the show. So even though I do have a strong demeanor, but I feel like a man, and the only way for me to be with you is for you to be dominant. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work.
Mm.
I'm gonna just do what I want to do.
Yes.
But it's hard to be submissive. It's hard to compromise or make changes in your life. And you end up kind of pushing people away, especially any man of substance. They're not going to deal with that. So you are right, because sometimes I was taught that, I think that's Jay. I was taught by my grandmother that you should want someone that you don't want someone to need you, because that's where I get that from. You don't want anybody to need you, because when the need is gone, then and the need is met, they don't need you anymore. So
Exactly.
it's better to have someone that wants you, because they made a choice regardless of what they can do by themselves to be with you. But if you have someone dependent on you, you never know. If I'm dependent on you and my
Minute, minute, minute.
lifestyle and existence
Hey,
depends on you
anybody hear this
still
minute?
wanting me,
Did anybody
they're
hear
gonna
me?
lie to you sometimes. They're
Am I
gonna
being heard
go
here?
along and they're gonna, I'm not
I
saying
was
I
all
hear
the
hear me.
you.
time,
Do
but
you
I'm
hear me?
saying that someone that is a
We
dependent
can hear you, Carlos. We
is
can hear
going
you.
to be someone
No,
that
no, fuck y'all. She didn't
may
hear me.
go along
What is
with it and
minute?
act like that's what they're gonna do. Oh, am I done?
Lord.
Hey, hey, God damn it. I'm gonna get some respect on this goddamn show. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now. I'm not gonna keep getting walked over. I can tell you that. All right, Mr. Rucker, try to keep it under a minute. Keep it under a minute. How has being independent hurt women in dating?
Hello, I can't hear nobody
Oh, it's gonna be short.
at all.
Have shot themselves in the foot. They come off real masculine. Men don't want
So
masculine women
strange.
because they might as well be a man. Who wants that? So you coming in here being independent because you pay bills. Like, what do you do?
What the
What's the
hell?
big deal about that?
What's going on?
We're looking for wives. We're looking for
What the
women
fuck
that are
just
more
happened?
traditional and feminine. We're looking for a helpmate, not a partner. We don't do partnerships. We take over. We were here to take over, and they're trying to do something else like that. It's a contradiction of marriage, and they become useless. Unless they give up some of that sweet adult entertainment, they become pretty much useless after that. So that independent
I don't
stuff
know what just happened
is
to
a
my phone.
contradiction, and we got to move
Gotta
on.
move on.
All right. Sweet
Damn.
adult, sweet adult
See how they do
entertainment.
me?
That was funny. All right.
See how they do me?
Look,
We could
I
we can
want
hear
to
you,
say Meek
Erica.
for
We can
last.
hear
I
you.
want to say her for last because we got a couple of dudes to go. I don't want what she has to say to get drowned out. I wanted to kind of be the last thing we hear on this topic. So, JT, did you go?
Nah, I ain't go
All right, go ahead.
answer. Let me. I won't answer the question. I mean, because we keep going off. But what's the question?
Question is, how has being independent hurt women in dating?
Oh, the reason why it hurts women, like if they're used to doing everything by themselves, when they get with a partner that comes out and extend their hand, try to help, or even take over the house like a man's supposed to do, not controlling, but lead and stuff like that. I think that's where it start bumping off. And the response is like, I don't need you, and they leave it there with that type of attitude. Me speaking from experience, I experienced that before. Like people have degrees, they have all these associates, bachelor's, master's degrees, and that's all you hear around the house, and that's how they talk to you if you don't have that or if you beneath them. So I dealt with women that was independent, used to taking care of themselves. So when I came on the scene and stuff like that, they were not used to a man helping out or leading. It's not, and even not just leading, it's just helping out. Soon as you try to say something, like, I got this, like who you is, like I don't need you, on some stuff like that. So like, whoa, like it make you take a step back. So basically, I'm gonna keep it simple. I think they struggle with that when they go through something and they build up this scar tissue in a relationship, and it's hard to get that tissue out to the next
Time,
person that's
time,
trying to.
time,
Okay.
time. That was good though. That was good. Hey, Meek. I ain't going to you yet, but hey, pay attention to these dudes, man. You act like you don't care. This is what they was talking about. If they try to talk, you don't care. It look like you
I'm
don't care what they have to
listening.
say.
I heard everything he said. He said scar tissue from the relationships in the past. I heard everything that he said. I'm
Look,
listening.
I
boy.
said more than that, Meek.
No, I'm summing
I'm
it
just
up. No,
messing. I'm
stop.
just messing
I'm
with you.
summing it up
I'm
because
messing
we
with you.
short on time, so I'm not trying to take up no
Yeah.
time.
You right.
All right, Ralph, what has hurt them in dating?
Go back to what they said about the want and the need thing. You turn men from like you look at men based upon their value other than their quality. You want a so-called good quality man, but he typically doesn't have the value that you're looking for. He doesn't have the lifestyle. You're looking for a lifestyle first before you get to the man. So until you're satisfied with what he can show you, like
Provide.
everything else is irrelevant. He becomes insignificant. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's up with modern women, but I've seen a homeless man with a woman on a bus one time when I was in the city. So it's like if he could keep a woman, something's wrong with modern women. Yeah, I'm dead
Yeah,
serious. I'll make fun of him, but he's homeless on a bus with his woman.
that's a
Six
good
homeless
point.
on a bus. I'm dead ass serious. And this is San
That's a good
Francisco.
point.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
and even to close out with this, why a woman that has that wants somebody to bring the best out of her or something. Look at all these pimps out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't like pimps, but one thing I can respect is that they understand their position. That's the only thing. But their lives, they put these women's lives in there to make them work. Those are independent women. Look at their lives. So what makes them so much different from the modern women, in my humble opinion, is that you're just doing it on a corporate level. You
Yeah.
got two husbands, your job, and you're mad at home. Pick one.
Meek, we gonna go Meek, then we gonna finish it off with Chris. Meek, it's your turn. I might even let you cook a little bit since you know what I'm saying. I think we've been waiting to hear what you say about independent women and dating. We want to know. We want to know.
Okay. Uh, you said what's been the challenge, or I'm
Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
like yeah. That's a good question. What are the challenges for independent women in dating?
um, I'm going to. Okay, it's a couple of things. So like that stereotype that I speak of, it's not only like the men take it. I think women take it as well. And in order to like we know that this world is a wicked cruel world out there, and to like be a lone wolf you have to like develop certain qualities. And so in order for a woman to go out there and achieve such independence, there's certain things that she does have to turn off. Like I can't be, I can't climb that career ladder and be so emotional and be so vulnerable, so you learn to like shut those things off. So one aspect is that, and I think the men been saying this, is that like you lose a certain side of yourself in pursuit of that independence. I also think that when it comes down to the stereotype of that independent woman, and this is coming from me personally, like I'm not that woman, like I'm not that woman that sit up and throw my independence in a man's face. Like honestly, I don't even speak about what I got, you know, speaks for itself. I don't really have to sit here and do all that. But I feel like that I'm constantly met with those challenges. So now it's tainted the well. Everyone is going around with, like, you have women that go around thinking that they have to use it to define themselves, and you have men that's going around like with like this shelter, this wall, this, you know what I mean, of like, I can't stand independent women because independent women is this. And it's like, no, it's not. Like there's actually like good women out here that just, because of how society is built, we have to hold our own. So uh I do think that like Ralph has a point when it comes, because he said something and says it's more about what a man can show you than what his actual quality. And I think that's where a lot of women do get hoodwinked and bamboozled. And that's the reason why I said that it has nothing to do with what you can't, like what you can provide. Like a man will say, I provide, I do this. It's not about that. It's about your mental, it's about your aura, it's about your frequency. Like, can you make me feel safe? I don't go after a man that can show me the money he makes. I go after a certain mentality. because that mentality will never be broke. Even if we are technically, even if we are on the street, you know what I mean? Like they're like that man still holds some type of quality, some type of wealth. No, it might not be monetarily, but he still holds some type of wealth. So it's not about like I do agree with Ralph where it's like a lot of women go, because we weren't taught, we don't have that male figure in our lives to tell us like this is this is how a man should present himself. We go after like the superficial things of like, oh, you got a car, you got a house, you got this, so this equates that, and that's not it. But men do the same thing, right? And that's what Erica was talking about on a previous show, where you have a woman that's like, oh, I cook, I clean, but that doesn't mean that she's a woman for your household. So I think a lot of like when it really boils down to it, you got a lot of like, battered, tortured, misguided people that don't really have good role models to pull from, don't really have the blueprint to pull for them, trying to go out here and find a mate. When in actuality, we need to be sitting here trying to define like, okay, well, what does this mean? You know what I mean? What is a good mate? What's good qualities? What's a good mental state? And all that good shit. So yeah, I'm about to start.
Chris, all right, Chris. She said, hey, she said a lot. She said a lot. We coming to you, Capitan. We coming to you. What
All right.
has hurt them in dating, if anything?
I think the main thing that hurts them is just the lack of having the experience of working together with a man.
Mm.
Because though a lot of times, independent women, like Meek said, are independent for forced reasons. It can be, no dad around or whatever the case may be. And it makes them independent. And what happens is they have 10, 20 years of experience of taking care of themselves, maybe taking care of children. But then when a man is introduced into their life, they don't have that experience of the working with him. You know what I mean? So where they may be CEO status and independence, when it comes to a relationship, they may have elementary training. You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, mostly the lack of experience. And if I can just give a short example, I have one of my closest friends. We've been friends 22 years, and she lost both of her parents at by 11th grade. So since 11th grade, she's been on her own, and I've seen her go all over corporate America. I'm talking about lying on her resumes and just stay getting big jobs. And today, she is making quarter million a year. She has a child, but one thing she used to do in her past was she used to play a lot. She used to play with men a lot. She used to make men fall in love with her. And then once they did that, she's bored and she left, right? So now that she's 40, making good money, on paper, she's great and still attracts like wealthy guys. But the problem is her lack of real relationship experience, minus the one dude that she was with that got killed. She runs from what she says she wants. She meets men that are multimillionaires. What she says she wants, well, whenever a man shows any type of dominance, she runs. So at 40 years old, she's successful on paper, but she can't get a relationship to save her life. So now she's reverting back to trying to be a single young lady again, and she's 40. So she has all this work experience, but when it comes to relationships, she hasn't had a real relationship since she was 23 years old.
All right, listen. The way we're gonna close this out, we're gonna ask the question one more time. We're gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna give y'all my feedback on what I've learned from you guys. But before you answer the question, think about the conversation that you had. Think about what you heard from beginning to end. Think about the emotions you had and where it put you at. Where did it place you at the moment? Where are you now on this discussion? So I need your answers again. I'm just going to come to you because you definitely know the question. I'm going to say the question once and just go to you. You give me your answer. The answers are yes, no, and maybe. The question is for everybody: do independent women come in peace? Mr. Rucker.
Mm, no, prenup.
Chris.
No.
Ralph.
Hell nah.
J Mac,
Yes, with respect and clarity.
JT,
Sometimes.
Erica, Erica. You hear me?
We can hear you. I think she
Mike
can't
might
hear
be
you.
off.
She just
Yeah,
looking.
Mike
I
might
think she
be
said no.
Peace. She said no.
Yeah,
Keith,
she
do
just
they
looking
come in peace?
around.
I'm gonna say sometimes.
Oh, Meek.
I'm gonna say sometimes.
Okay. Now we're waiting for Erica. I don't know what she's gonna say, but where we at right now? We went from 3 yeses in the first round, 3 yeses in the second round, to 1 yes in the third round. We went from 3 no's first round, 2 no's the second round, back to 3 for the third round. 1 no, 1 maybe first round, 4 maybes the second round, and 3 maybes this round. Erica, do you hear me? Do
Yes,
they
I can
come
hear
in
you
peace?
now.
Do they come in peace? Yes, no, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Damn. There we go. All right. Now, what I had to say is so funny because it's based off of these answers. It's based off the answer. Now, I had already had this pre-written to tell you guys when this was over, but it was going to hit hard based on what you guys' answers was to this question. The fact that there was only one yes here proves my point. And my point is this: men created independent women. I'm sorry to tell y'all, fellas, we created them by broken promises, dirty sex, dirty macking, not getting a job. It's a whole bunch of reasons why they were created. They're created to defend themselves. They had to protect themselves. They have to raise these kids by themselves. We created them. That is facts. They have taken it and ran to a place that we didn't want them to go. That's why you get the sometimes. Because the sometimes is us taking responsibility for what we did to get them there and where they took it after we got them there. Half, half, we come in the middle, it's sometimes, it's maybe. And that's just the truth. We got to be, as men, be honest about things, man. We got to be honest. Every single one of us men here, if we're not talking about us, we know a deadbeat dude, okay? Don't act like we don't know him. We know a dude who don't take care of his family. Don't act like you don't know him. We know a dude who got a wife and he cheat on her all the time. Don't act like we don't know him. We got homeboys that's still 40 plus, still chasing tail. Don't act like you don't know them. Those are the dudes that got us in the maybe, right? It can't just be no because it ain't that many of us to make it just no. We got a whole bunch of them dudes over here making it maybe, right? We got to be honest about that. And ladies, this is the truth. You guys have taken it too far. We got you here, but you're taking it too damn far. Sometimes you take it so far that we don't even want to be around you, that we don't even want to talk to you, that some men are afraid of you. They think you're only bringing chaos. They think you're only bringing toxicity. And then you got the women over here that are really, really good at it and are looking for a good man, but y'all don't hold the bad women accountable. I'm being honest with y'all. Y'all need to start holding your toxic ass friends accountable. Yo, I don't need a man friends accountable. They are the ones who are on TV, on Instagram, making y'all look bad, getting y'all stereotyped. And men, we need to holler at our homeboys and all them dudes who deadbeats that got these girls talking about we ain't shit. We ain't no we, ain't no we, but it is a lot of us. We both come together, hold each other accountable on both sides, and I promise you, we will get along better. And if I'm lying, then why the hell we got so many sometimes? Why we got so many sometimes if I'm not telling the truth? We both are responsible for both sides being maybe and not just straight up yes and straight up no. Those are my last statements. I'm gonna give everybody 30 seconds real quick to comment. They can say whatever they want to say. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say, thank you for having me, blah, 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 blah. My Instagram, my Facebook. You can say that was right. You can say whatever the hell you want to say. We're gonna go to all of y'all because it's the last time we're gonna talk about it. And I'm telling y'all, hold each other accountable, hold your punk ass friends accountable for the bullshit they doing, because they're making good people like us on this panel look bad. They're making us argue, they're making our lives worse, right? And we need to let them know that our fucking lives matter too. And I'm dead serious about that. So we're gonna start with Erica. What do you want to say for your 30 seconds?
Um, just I appreciate everybody and their opinion, and I agree with everything that Carlos just said, that we both need to come together and be accountable, because at the end of the day, we both need each other. We need each other to be able to have the life and the true existence and power that we're destined to be paired up if you blessed enough to be able to do so. So if you are and you have somebody that has your back, then you both need to let each other know how much you need each other, whether it's just a want or whether you're independent or not. That's
So,
it.
Mr. Rucker, you next.
Man, I love this show. I love this topic. So yeah, we do have some friends that are like that on both sides that we do need to tell them, hey, especially at a certain age. Like if you're 35 plus, man, it's getting kind of pathetic. Men should just take over, stop playing games, stop trying to sleep with these women. Like it's getting weird. You don't want to be that weird guy in the club chasing tail. It's just weird. Just come on, settle down, start taking the family back, start just laying down the law, grow a pair. You know, if you're thinking about getting married, always, of course, think about a prenup. Don't let her just take over everything. If you want to follow me, I have a website called lamarracing.com. Got all the links there. But yeah, just keep up the good work, everybody, and just make sure the fellas just take over and stop lying to these women. Just stop lying.
That's what's up. That's what's up. JT, you next.
I don't got too many words. I mean, two people spoke before that. That was a good closing, CYP. So I just enjoy being on the show and listening to everybody different opinions on the show.
That's what's up, and we appreciate you too, man. That's Keish, you up next.
I just wanted to say thanks for having me again, and I appreciate the open, productive, healthy dialogue between men and women, especially Black people. I can appreciate it. I hate watching shows where all they do is argue and bicker, and it's just super toxic. So I think that this is like a great platform for people to actually make progress in the conversation. So I love hearing everybody's opinions, even Ralph. So yeah, good show, everybody.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Ralph, you up next.
Well, I want to say that I appreciate you for putting me on here again. And for everybody that got offended, I am grateful because if you didn't get offended, that would mean that what I'm saying doesn't mean shit. So I appreciate y'all. I only hope the best. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. Iron sharpens iron. But we need to stop putting our money into the system and realize that this what we're doing now is therapy for our people. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give us drugs. We don't need their drugs. We need each other. So, again, thank y'all for needing me.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. J Mac, you up?
Uh, Definitely a great show, great topic. It was definitely controversial. Definitely when people get together and speak freely, respect, and have uh, clarity with their dialogue, I think it can get us to come together and get a better understanding of what we mean or what we're trying to say. And shout out to Erica. She used the word need about 5 times in her closing statement. And Ralph did as just well. It can definitely be used in a proper form and a proper matter when it comes down to needing each other in a relationship. That's my closing statement.
There we go. Now I'm gonna let Meek and Chris decide who finishing. It's up to y'all two.
Doesn't matter to me.
I can go.
Want to go? Okay.
Yeah. I want to add to Carla's statement. Like, because yes, men, hold those men accountable, women same, but also the opposite. I'm just gonna speak from the women's perspective. I feel like if you dealing with a man out here and he ain't shit, he got kids, he ain't taking care of them, he shouldn't get no pussy. He shouldn't have no woman. So women, like, also hold these men accountable as well. Because the reason why they continue to do it is because they've been able to get away with it. So, like, instead of acting out of being desperate, wanting, out of loneliness, no, we need to start having standards as women, and that includes respecting ourselves. So, want to add to that. Also, good topic. Love the show. Be back next week.
That's what's up. All right, Chris. All right, Chris. What's up, man? What's up?
First, want to say I love everybody on there. And when I first started the show, I didn't think that I was gonna be this way, but I love learning. So that's why a lot of times I don't have too many argumental statements anymore. And tonight, Meek and Erica gave me a different perspective on the difference between need and want, because I always associated need with uh, importance, but I never looked at want as a choice. Like I choose you. I want you. I can have anybody, but I want you. I never looked at it from that perspective. So I thank you guys for that. And yeah, I mean the show was great. I'm just happy that I'm open minded and I always hold people accountable. Anybody that follows my Instagram knows I post what I feel. It's never really biased. But women, please tell your friends the truth because I have so many women that DM me secretly agreeing with what I say, but they're too scared to agree publicly. Tell your friends the truth. Men, come on, man. You whack. I don't even got nothing to say to you. That's it.
Well, there it is. There it is. There it is. I think that was a great ending to a three-part series of do they come in peace? And the answer is sometimes, but one day they will once we all get on the same page. Thanks everybody for tuning in, man. We appreciate you, all the new people who came in, man, and stayed the whole time. It looked like this hour and a half thing is working. Goddamn, man. I don't want to go that long, but it looked like it helps us really amp up, calm down, and then get back to where we need to be. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to Murdoch about that, about making that new time. I don't know yet, but we'll see. But anyway, I do love all y'all. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I'm inviting all y'all back for the next series of Ultimate Conversation. I'm gonna get this brain together and I'm gonna come with something that's gonna help us, but also bring out the controversy between men and women because I think that the shock value is gonna help us a lot to collab and be here together as a family. So, and once again, I also want to say shout out to Tawana. You know, it's your sister's birthday today. You couldn't be here, but we do miss you. She is a part of this show always, and we do miss you. We miss you. Want to say what's up to you. I know you watching. You're gonna watch this. So, boom, boom, boom. Other than that, everybody, we out. We out. We out. We're gonna run that intro. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. On behalf of Meek, on behalf of Chris, now on behalf of J Mac, on behalf of JT, on behalf of Erica, my man, Mr. Prenup, who had not missed an episode, the world's most hated, most infamous Ralph. We really want to say what's up and thank y'all. Shout out. We'll see y'all next week for the next controversial topic on Controversially Correct. And for all y'all tuning in to see what we about, y'all know the slogan is getting more famous every single Wednesday. CYP. Out.